Well, I am out there making it another great day out here in Florida. I am at the 11th Annual Bugfest here at Quaker Steak and Lube, and all kinds of Volkswagen Beetles. They call them bugs. Beetles are bugs. We're going to go check this out. This is a pretty large event. There's vendors set up. There's all kinds of Volkswagen vans and Beetles. And we're going to look and see if we can't find Herbie maybe. I think there might be a Herbie here. They got to be a Herbie here. But that's coming at you right now. There are so many Volkswagen bugs. They're actually Beetles, but they call them bugs. Beetle is a bug, I guess. Some decked out ones here. That one says 58. I'm not sure if that's the year. Back here's a yellow one. Oh, this one's sharp. He's got his luggage up there on top. These guys here, they're checking it out. They think that's pretty cool. And down here is a black one. And here is a light turquoise blue one, which is pretty cool. And as you know, the Volkswagen Beetle has a trunk in the front. And I've been to some car shows before, and I always tend to find the Ted Bundy car. This was the same color Ted Bundy had his little bug, where he went and did all of his killings. Here's a pretty retro Volkswagen bus, and I think they had a Volkswagen bus in the movie Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I do believe. Well, here is yet another Volkswagen van, and I'm not sure if these are the guys from Texas Chainsaw Massacre or not, but they've been here a long time, and they're not going anywhere. Here's a really nice white one that I found. Almost looks like Herbie. It doesn't have the numbers, but pretty sharp looking bug right here. This bug right here, he looks like he needs a paint job, but he don't care about a paint job. He's got his surfboard there, and he's headed to the beach probably. I have to tell you, I have not seen this many Volkswagen Beetles in one given location. Here's one that's made into a makeshift truck. That's pretty neat. And here's one, it's not quite Herbie. He's got number 40 on the side of his. And all of them seem to have the coolers and stuff up on top, the Coca-Cola cooler and a picnic basket, because they're headed probably to the beach. Not only do they have bugs here, they have some off-road vehicles, some of those beach dune buggies. That would be pretty cool to ride in that thing. And here's another blue bug. One thing about the bug, they didn't change the body style of them year after year. They just made them to look the same, but made them better is what they said. This vehicle right here is nice, bright, and green. It's one of these dune buggy type things. It's for sale, but what it reminds me of is a classic Sid and Marty Krofft show called Wonderbug. Well, Wonderbug could fly. I don't think this one can fly. This is the wrong color, but it does look like Wonderbug, doesn't it? Here is another line of some very nice looking Volkswagen Beetles bugs. And that one there has a surfboard up on top of it. And here, this one reminds me, actually it reminds me of Fanny Flagg from the TV show Harper Valley, because she drove a little Volkswagen Bug convertible in that show. Here is yet another one, and they do like this white looking color, but what's caught my eye over here is this jobby right here. This is cool. Who wouldn't like to have a door that pops up like that? Talk about some speed in that. If you got the need for speed, this is the vehicle probably for you right here. Well, whoever the owner of this Volkswagen Beetle is, they've probably got some kids, and they got their kids' own Beetle that they carry along with them. This is a classic one right here. This one's all shined up. This one's in tip-top condition. And right beside it is the rear end of one. And as you know, the Bug had a rear engine in these vehicles. A nice paint job on this green Bug. I do like that real well. That is looking sharper for sure. Now I have not seen a bug looking like this. This looks like just a fiberglass shell because the headlights are kind of missing there. It's very interesting indeed. And it says Ortez Racing, and it's like a racing type car. They use it to race. That's pretty neat. This one here seems to be for sale, and he's not getting any buyers. From the looks on his headlights, he's looking a little sad there. I think there's little sad eyes there. Don't you think he looks sad? These cars do wrap all the way up and around this building, way more so than the car show that I was attended here before. This is the 11th Annual Bugfest. Now this Volkswagen van, he's kind of a low rider there. He's almost ready to, the frame of that's so close to the ground. That's incredibly crazy. That's a classic. I don't know if that one even runs, but you never know, it might. Now here is a more sharper looking Volkswagen van, and kind of back in the 60s and 70s it was known as the hippie vans, but still pretty cool. This one's been restored very nicely. Here's two more Beetles, bugs, whatever you want to call them. Beetle is a bug. And one thing about the Volkswagen Beetle, it doesn't have a radiator, and the engine is in the rear. So that's pretty darn cool. Here's another one with a surfboard. It is Florida. They're ready to hit Clearwater Beach, I guess. As you will notice behind me, there's a black Beetle, and it reminds me of an old commercial back in 1967, way before I was born. Classic, funny Beetle commercial, Volkswagen Bug, called The Funeral. Let's look at that right now.
I, Maxwell E. Snavely, being of sound mind and body, do hereby bequeath the following. To my wife Rose, who spent money like there was no tomorrow, I leave $100 and a calendar. To my sons, Rodney and Victor, who spent every dime I ever gave them on fancy cars and fast women, I leave $50 in dimes. To my business partner, Jules, whose only motto was spend, 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 I leave nothing, nothing, nothing. And to my other friends and relatives who also never learned the value of a dollar, I leave $1. Finally, to my nephew Harold, who oft-times said, a penny saved is a penny earned, and who also oft-times said, gee, Uncle Max, it sure pays to own a Volkswagen. I leave my entire fortune of $100 billion.
Here's a nice red one, but right next to it is a green one. It could be a Christmas matching set maybe, but this one here is called a Baja, and I do like this one. This is probably an off-road type Volkswagen, and it does say on the top old school, and it's definitely old school. These are some pretty classic stuff down here, folks. Here's a Volkswagen, well, it's kind of a truck now. It used to be a van, but now it's a truck. That's pretty interesting as well. And there's a lot of the Volkswagen buses here, along with the Beetles, the Volkswagen Bug. Well, I have found a car for a brewery. It says Daughters Brewing, and this could be the official Theme Park Brews car. Hey, Theme Park Brews, you might want to get you one of these bugs here and have your little Theme Park Brews car, maybe, possibly. This one right here is quite interesting. Maybe a short person would fit in there. I think my head would go through the ceiling on this one, but that's pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool to cruise around in that. Well, I'm having a really good time out here at the 11th Annual Bugfest here at Quaker Steak and Lube here in Pinellas County near Clearwater, and so many cars here to look at. Reminded me when I knew this was going on about these classic commercials, and another classic commercial that was out there was called the Snow Plow. And because you ever wonder how the guy who drives the snow plow drives to the snow plow? He drives a Volkswagen. Let's look at that spot.
Have you ever wondered how the man who drives a snowplow drives to the snowplow? This one drives a Volkswagen. So you can stop wondering.
And I'm still here walking around this huge Bugfest. There's a red one here behind me. Years ago, they used to call the Volkswagen Beetle, this was back in way years ago, Hitler's car. I forget how he was. He had a Volkswagen Bug or something, or was trying to take over the company. I'm not exactly sure. But that was coined, they coined this car, the Volkswagen Bug, Hitler's car. I don't know if anybody remembers that or not. Lots of people out here today. I mean, it is a huge crowd of people out here at the 11th Annual Bugfest here at Quaker Steak and Lube. And as far as the eye can see, is bugs everywhere. And like I said, not only Beetles out here, Volkswagen Bugs, but they have the Volkswagen vans, which are making a comeback. And I'm gonna do a little pan here and see from van to Beetle, and here's an old van right there. They even got backup transportation up there on the top, which is probably nice. I do have noticed that all of these Volkswagen Beetles all seem to have a cooler or a picnic basket up on top, and some even have surfboards. So they're out there to have a good time and make it a great day like I do. How many remember the Volkswagen van that had the pop-up on the top? A little pop-up, I guess you would sleep up in there. It's kind of cool. It's one of those sleeping type vans. I have literally never seen this many Beetles and cars in one location. Oh my goodness, this one's a pretty cool looking machine. Maybe the banana splits are in town here. And for anybody old enough to remember the banana splits, they would probably have drove something of that nature. Here's another classic one right here. This one's sharp. I do like this. There's a lot of people looking here. And here's a newer model Volkswagen. We're getting into the newer models up this way, which is kind of cool. And yep, Herbie has made an appearance.
When Herbie does his thing, it's the funniest thing ever seen on wheels. Walt Disney Productions' The Love Bug. Suggested for general audiences.
I do like the classic Herbie bug, but this bug is pretty cool, darn cool as well. Well, this has been my little trip here to the 11th Annual Bugfest at Quaker Steak and Lube. Appreciate you watching, and hope that we didn't bug you too much with this video. But this was a lot of fun. I heard about this and I had to come down and check it out. Appreciate you subscribing. Keep hitting that subscribe button. We're going to keep going to events and unique shops, unique restaurants, local businesses. If you're a local business out there, please get a hold of us. Send us a message on Facebook. We will definitely come out and shoot you a free video. Won't cost you absolutely a thing. Sometimes it'll be just me. Sometimes Gigi will be with me. But according to whether it's in Clearwater, Tampa, or in Orlando. But keep going out there and making it a great day because you deserve it.